Happy birthday, Final Fantasy VII. For those that don't know, today is the 25th birthday of Final Fantasy VII. Either today or tomorrow, whenever this video is uploading. But as of right now, as I'm recording it, it is today. And it's a fantastic occasion because 29. I was 4 years old when that game came out. And it's an exciting thing to see that me and Final Fantasy VII are both Aquarius. Because actually, I turned 29 in a couple days, February 11th. But the whole point of this is, when I was just a wee lad, I've always loved video games. I've grown up around them. I've had older cousins that have great taste in video games, still to this day. And, we had SNES growing up. We had a Sega Genesis. But when we first got a PlayStation, my cousin Kevin told me that a good friend of his let him borrow Final Fantasy VII. He said it's like the best game on PlayStation right now. He's going to come over, bring it, and we're going to play it. So we played it an entire weekend, had a great time with it. We actually thought to ourselves we were going to beat it. Far from it. No way. We didn't even come close. I believe we did see the end of disc 1, if you know what happens there. And that's what really got me invested in the game. Seriously, I was so into Dragon Ball that when I saw Cloud with blonde hair and a purple looking outfit, I swear he looked like Gohan to me. I'm such a big Gohan fan that when I saw Cloud's outfit, I legit was like, yo, that's Gohan. When the weekend was over, Kevin had to leave, and I was really sad. I was like, man, I really want to play this game. So I asked my mom, and I was like, Mom, I want to get this game Final Fantasy. I didn't know it's called 7. Like, I want to get this game Final Fantasy. And she was like, sure. Back then, we didn't have GameStop. You could go to Walmart to buy games, but we actually had this flea market near us where we used to live called the Swap Shop. It's still there, actually, in Fort Lauderdale. And so many memories. The arcade, the circus back in the day, the free popcorn, and the video game shop. Everybody that I knew that would buy video games, they'd go to the swap shop. There used to be this guy in the back who had a cowboy hat, and he had a cage in front of his tent. But, obviously, it's to stop kids from grabbing his games and stealing them and shit. What you would do is you go up to the cage, you wait in line, tell him, hey, I want this game. He tells you to go around back, and he sticks his hand through the tent. Well, he collects the money, then he gives you the game, and you're good to go. So, Mom, I wanted Final Fantasy. At the time, the newest Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy VIII. Didn't realize that. So the guy gave us Final Fantasy VIII instead of 7, which is the one that I wanted, but I didn't know. I got home, booted it up, saw an epic intro I don't recall ever seeing. But I was like, nah, man, it should be fine. We should be all right. As I started to play more, started people seeing names, Squall, Quistis. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? I don't know these people. Who are they? Realized I got the wrong Final Fantasy when I called Kevin later, and he told me that yeah, the one he has is 7, and I didn't know shit about Roman numerals. I was young. I was like, what does VII mean? So I had Final Fantasy VIII because I told him the characters' names, and he told me, he's like, oh, I heard of that one. That's 8. So we had an agreement. Later that week, he's gonna come back over because he's close to beating 7, and we'll trade. So when he came over, I traded him, gave him 8. Borrowed 7 from him. Didn't tell Mom because she just, she spent a lot of money on a video game. I'm not trying to get my ass beat. $50 on the wrong game. And at the swap shop, games are non-refund. You can't return it over there. You can't return it at all. I ended up playing Final Fantasy VII. I didn't have a memory card. So I would keep the console on for as long as I could, man. But my mom would always know, I swear. She would always know. Come in the room in the morning, just turn it off, or I'll leave it on overnight, go brush my teeth, and she'll come clean up the room and turn it off. And it's just got to the point where we were visiting my uncle once, and I brought my PlayStation, and he asked me why did I leave it on overnight, because his wife also made him turn it off. And I told him, I was like, I can't save the game. I don't have a memory card. So he took me to Walmart and bought me a memory card. Changed everything for me. Really, my first experience with Final Fantasy VII was a great one, and it's a memory that I hold near and dear to me because my cousin Kevin, he means a lot to me. That dude put me onto so many cool things, man. He's put me onto Metal Gear, he put me onto Sonic, put me onto Final Fantasy, Parasite Eve, dude, all the great games you could think of. My name, Blitz, is actually from NFL Blitz, 1999-2000. That was a game that we used to play all the time, made by Midway. That was such a fun game. I'm a big football fan, so that's why my name is Blitz. It's actually, a lot of people think it's because of Blitzball from Final Fantasy X, but it's not. It changed me as a child, right? It was my first game I ever beat, first memory card game. Everybody has a first memory card game. I'm sure you all have those days if you had a memory card back in the day, or you didn't have one, then got one. But Final Fantasy VII Dude, when I beat that game, I remember feeling so sad. Like, fuck, what am I gonna do now? And I restarted it. Came across Yuffie, and I was like, who the fuck is this? I didn't get her in my party. I had to like Google like cheats and shit. How to, well, back then we didn't really have Google. We used, I used excite.com, I think it was. But no, this is before excite.com too. I just remember looking it up, either gamewinners.com or GameFAQs, how to get Yuffie. And then I found out Vincent was a character. I'm like, who are these people, bro? Like, this is insane that I've played this game for so long, too. It took me like 5 months to beat 7. And I'm still finding new people and new things in the game. It just felt like it was the game that just kept on giving. And it's a theme of my life because when I think about it, right? As a child, that game helped me out through a lot of like, you know, crazy stuff that I went through. And it was like my safe space game. It meant a lot to me, nostalgia pill. Even more so as an adult, as I started to do YouTube, I used to make fighting game content, and we would have videos that would do really well. 200,000 views, 100,000 views, 300,000 views. But I would never retain subs. I would never have the same people come back in the comments. I don't know what it was. Like, I would make great videos, guides and tips and stuff, but nobody would stick around. It wasn't until Final Fantasy VII Remake came out last year, 2 years ago now actually, and I put out that Cloud guide, Barrett guide, and Tifa guide, and things started to click. A lot of you guys are from that time, and man, it's been a great almost 2 years now. And these last 2 years compared to the first 6 years or 4 years of me doing YouTube have changed my life so much, and it's all thanks to Final Fantasy VII, the game that changed my life when I was a kid, and then again as an adult, 23 years later as an adult. Actually, it's not over. We have a lot of Final Fantasy VII stuff, and Final Fantasy's having a resurgence as an entire whole. It's very exciting to see, and I can't wait. I really can't wait, man. Remember commenting on one of those videos, and that's what got you here, and you replied to your comments, and yo, I appreciate that, Black Rose. That was my thing, man. I was so excited about so many people coming to the channel and interacting and seeing the same names over and over again that I made sure to reply back to every single comment. And I always said I wanted to keep that up and do it, but it was just impossible. The videos are doing super well. It was just very impossible to keep up with it. But it is the birthday of my favorite game of all time, some of you guys' favorite games of all time, and one of the greatest games of all time. I used to always reply back to every single comment, and as much as I don't do that nowadays, I still make an effort to reply back to comments that ask questions about guides and stuff like that, because I want to make sure everybody enjoys the game in the best ways that they can. And seriously, it's just been it's been a fun thing. Seeing a lot of you guys transition from the guides, the videos, the regular shitpost videos that we do. Shout out to Threefold Maker. He's always making some really fire stuff for the channel. Seeing you guys transition over here to either Twitch or YouTube on the live streams in the chat, it's awesome. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate Square Enix, and appreciate Final Fantasy VII and this community. It's been an awesome ride, and it's great to see this is just the beginning. The next 10, 15 years is going to be ridiculous. We're going to have a lot of fun. Channel's going to go through a lot of changes for the better. And we're going to have a great time together. And that's honestly the best thing in the world to me, because this has changed my life. For a long time, YouTube was like a dream of mine. I wanted to do this full time, but it wasn't until Final Fantasy VII Remake that I was able to. And it's all thanks to you guys. Seriously, I know I make the content, but you guys comment, you guys like, share, subscribe. It helps out a lot. You have no idea how much a like, a comment goes as far as like helping a video get around or sharing it or anything like that. It's been insane to see the things that this community's been able to do. My condo flooded in October. I had to move. I wasn't able to make videos. I was worried that my equipment was damaged. But this community, we hit this goal already. This condo flood goal. My condo flooded in October, and I was really down, depressed. I was upset over everything. And you guys did an insane gesture that me and my family appreciated a lot. It really helped us out, and I am so grateful for you guys for that. I really, really am. And it's just crazy to see that how much video games can do and have been doing. That's absolutely an amazing thing. And I'm forever grateful for all of you guys. Your Vice video helped you out a lot last month. Thank you for that. Yo, Zane, I'm happy to hear that, man. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for getting us to 49,722 subscribers. When we started making Final Fantasy content on the channel in April 2020, we're at 6,000 subs. By my birthday or tonight, you never know. We might hit 50K. Appreciate you guys. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for hanging out with us and also subscribing, man. I seriously do appreciate you guys, man. This has been a great journey, and who knows, we might hit 100K this year. This stuff has just been so fun, just connecting with the community. I started using Twitter more, started being more what we were able to do as far as like collaborating with other channels like Baby Seal, Night Sky Prince, Fish Fried Cat, Legions, freaking Sector 6 Gaming, Philip Hartshorn, so many channels, Final Fan TV. We collaborated with so many people. We got John Eric Bentley on the stream. When I was younger, growing up, man, in school, a lot of people, they didn't make fun of me because I beat the shit out of somebody. But like I remember a lot of people would make fun of others for playing RPGs instead of like sport games and like action adventure games and stuff. And I was just like, yo, Final Fantasy, I'll whoop your ass if you say some shit to me about Cloud or Tifa. I'll beat the brakes off you, fool. But I know a lot of other people haven't had luck with that. There's a lot of bullies out there, and I've seen a lot of times people just get made fun of for playing RPGs. But dude, it's just been one of the most wholesome communities, man, and it's been great. And I'm forever thankful for each and every single viewer, every like, every share, every comment. It's been a great journey that I'm forever thankful for. And I'll never forget, no matter what, man. Final Fantasy community is, in particular on Twitch, is so welcoming. Yo, Drugel, thank you, dude. It's been a great time, my journey here on Twitch. I'm actually new on Twitch. I started streaming on Twitch in August. It's been such a great time. But yeah, that's my Final Fantasy VII story, man. The game just means so much to me. I'm sure it means just as much, if not more, for a lot of people out there. It's just crazy to see how many people how many lives this game has affected. Happy birthday, Final Fantasy VII. Love you long time. Looking forward to another 25 years. We're gonna be old as shit when you're 50. Oh my god. Damn.